The thin carbon dioxide-rich atmosphere of Mars, usually just a blur in space photos, has now come to life. It reveals swirling dust storms and shifting wind patterns in motion, all captured by the powerful eyes of the latest rover. One of the most gripping parts of the mission was the rover's landing, an event often referred to as the 7 minutes of terror. During this nail-biting descent, the spacecraft had to decelerate from an incredible speed of 12,000 miles per hour. It relied on a complex sequence involving a parachute, powerful thrusters, and a sky crane to land safely on the Martian surface. For the first time, this entire process was captured in real time, offering unprecedented visual data. These visuals not only captivated the public, but also provided engineers with vital technical insights to improve future missions. Every new discovery on Mars inches us closer to answering the age-old question: could this planet have once hosted life? But this mission goes beyond just studying Mars. It's a step toward understanding our own existence in the grander universe. As we continue to explore the red planet, each breakthrough deepens our grasp of the cosmos and our place within it. The footage from the rover wasn't just for public excitement. It served a crucial purpose. Engineers used it to assess the performance of the landing system, examining every moment for signs of success or areas for improvement. Despite meticulous planning, navigating Mars' thin and unpredictable atmosphere always carries uncertainty. Watching the landing unfold in such detail gave NASA valuable knowledge that will shape future space explorations. Once the rover landed safely, it began sending back stunning footage of its surroundings, including our first detailed views of Jezero Crater. This location was carefully selected by scientists because of its potential to hold clues about ancient life. They believe this crater once held a vast lake, and the delta-like formation suggests that rivers once fed into it, bringing in sediments that might contain evidence of life from long ago. The arrival of this rover marked the beginning of a thrilling new era in planetary exploration, not only because of the science, but because it allowed us to witness Mars in ways never before possible. Equipped with some of the most advanced cameras ever sent into space, the rover captured breathtaking images and videos. The quality of the visuals is one of the most exciting parts. Previous missions gave us valuable photos, but they were limited by the technology of their time. Earlier rovers simply couldn't show the level of detail or the rich true colors we now see. With 23 cameras, many capable of shooting in 4K resolution, Perseverance presents the Martian surface in incredible clarity. We can now observe every rock, ridge, and crater as if we were standing there ourselves. These images are so vivid, it almost feels like you could reach out and touch the dusty soil. The variety of colors captured is also fascinating. Mars is often known as the red planet, but the reality is more complex. The footage reveals a spectrum from rusty reds and golden yellows to deep browns. These hues are not just beautiful, they offer scientific value. Different minerals reflect light differently. And by analyzing these colors, scientists can learn more about Mars's geology and environmental history. Thanks to high-definition imaging, researchers are gaining a clearer picture of the planet's surface and atmosphere than ever before. Perseverance, NASA's most advanced rover to date, touched down on Mars in February 2021. It represents the culmination of decades of research and the evolution of all previous missions. Its primary goals include searching for signs of ancient life, collecting rock and soil samples for future return to Earth, and preparing the groundwork for eventual human exploration. The images and videos it has transmitted back are the sharpest and most detailed we've ever received from another world. The journey began in July 2020 when Perseverance launched from Earth and spent over 6 months traveling through space. The landing was an intense process involving a carefully choreographed sequence to survive entry into Mars's thin atmosphere. This part of the mission, the famed 7 minutes of terror, was especially tense, requiring flawless execution of every maneuver. But what set this mission apart was the onboard high-definition cameras that documented every step. For the first time, people all over the globe could watch the parachute deploy, the heat shield drop, and the sky crane gently lower the rover to the ground. This remarkable footage showed one of the most complex and daring engineering feats in space history. What does all this mean for us here on Earth? Every new bit of information from Mars helps not only in understanding the red planet, but also in figuring out where humanity fits in the universe. Each mission is like adding a new piece to an enormous cosmopuzzle. As we learn more about Mars's past, its climate, geology, and potential for life, we move closer to a future where human footsteps may press into Martian soil. The idea of exploring another world isn't just science fiction anymore. Thanks to the rovers, it's becoming more and more real. As we reflect on how far we've come, it's clear that Mars missions have dramatically changed the way we study other planets. NASA's perseverance in exploring Mars showcases what humans can achieve when driven by curiosity and dedication. As a rover descended, Mission Control counted down to atmospheric entry. At 121 miles above the surface, it was traveling at nearly 13,000 miles per hour. Moments later, the parachute was deployed, a critical point in the descent. Every rover landing lays the groundwork for more discoveries and brings us closer to answers we've long sought. Was there life on Mars? Could life exist elsewhere in the universe? These are enormous questions, but thanks to missions like Perseverance, we are making real progress toward answering them. Over the past 15 months, Mars has been anything but quiet. The rover has been actively exploring and is now entering the most important phase of its mission, the search for life. Recently, Perseverance captured what could be the clearest image yet of potential signs of life. An extraordinary moment that could change how we view the red planet and our methods of space exploration. NASA's mission to Mars is a story of innovation, persistence, and gradual progress. Though it officially gained momentum over 2 decades ago, the dream of exploring Mars dates back even further to the earliest days of space travel. The red planet has long been seen as a prime candidate in the search for extraterrestrial life. But reaching it was never easy. Even once orbiters were successfully sent, actually landing on the surface remained a major challenge. That's when the idea of deploying rovers came into play, and it revolutionized planetary science. The very first rover, Sojourner, landed on Mars in 1997 during the Pathfinder mission. By today's standards, it was small and simple, but at the time, it was groundbreaking. A robotic vehicle exploring another planet and performing scientific experiments had once seemed like science fiction, but Sojourner proved it was possible. In just 83 days, it sent back a wealth of images and data about Martian rocks and soil. Its success opened the door to more ambitious projects. In 2004, NASA launched Spirit and Opportunity, twin rovers meant to study different regions of Mars. Both performed far beyond expectations. Opportunity, in particular, became legendary, operating for an astonishing 15 years. These rovers made major discoveries, including